Right. Good afternoon, students. Welcome back to the class. Okay, wait. Let me just brief you a little bit before you start. Okay. So this afternoon, there will be altogether about 20 teams that is going to present your final, not final, but I mean the outcome of your project for the whole semester. Right. As you know, this subject, we have one project, main project that we want to achieve this semester. So you are going to have 10 minutes, right, each, and 3 minutes for Q&A and 7 minutes for demo. So the first team 401, you can start now. Su Zihon, Su Zihon. Okay, by the way, if you cannot open your camera while you present, while you demo, it's okay, fine. But I do hope you can open your camera because the whole semester I never see your face yet. Right, it's okay. So it's up to you. You don't have to ask for permission to shut down or to open your camera. So you can start now, the first team, 401.
Sir, can you see my screen?
Yes, I can see. Please.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. Hello, teacher. And this is our app. First, we should register a new account like this. And then we should confirm our password again. And this is registration success. So we should log in our account. And this is our homepage. And then I will introduce the health reminder. And in this page, the page reminds user to protect themselves if they have any symptoms in this page and some tips. And this is the FAQ part. And the questions we prepared is not shown because of the safe value, but the layout of this page looks like this. And you can click here to see the answer of the question. And then is our profile part. And a user can edit profile like their gender, their name, age, and their number. And user can change their password here. And here is the QR code. They can click here to see their QR code part. Here is the QR code part. And this is open the notifications. And click here can log out. And then it's my teammates turn to continue the presentation.
Yuxian.
Yes, sorry. Maybe we need to wait. The computer is has some network problem and cut.
No, I can see. You continue.
Okay. Sorry. Yes. We log in first. Then I will introduce bottom navigation bar and the home fragment and some functions in the home fragment. For bottom navigation bar, we set different icons and the titles. They are home, QR code, and profile. In home fragment, it has 4 buttons and each button is used to turn to different pages.
Can you
Just
show me
return to
the
home.
QR code scanning? Can you just show me the QR code scan?
Just QR code scanning. We generate in our app we generate the QR code. Yes, this is the QR code part.
You click on the view history. These are from the scanning, right? You did before. Right?
Yes.
Can you do again one more time to add a new record here?
Just let my partner to record. Yeah.
So we click the QR code, but the location failed, so I will manually to do it and add some description. The location. So the check-in success page will show and view history data. You can see the records of your check-in history.
Okay. So have you have any more things, interesting thing to demo, or I'll ask question?
Our QR code can change if you can see the screen. So every time you click the QR code button, the QR code will change again. So this is the main function of our app.
All right. Okay. Maybe can I ask question? Okay. Ask question.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
How do you implement the backend storage? Can you show me your dependency? You go to your build.gradle file, app level build.gradle file. What do you use to store your data? Is it local database or is a API? Do you store it in Firebase or anything? Which one that you use to store your data? For example, your history, check-in history, just now you show me a list, right? Where do you store the check-in history?
Okay.
It's in the room database, right? Room database, SQLite. Or maybe you go to
Yes.
the .gradle file.
Oh, so the database.
And look at the dependency.
It's very slow.
So you store in a SQLite, right? SQLite database, right?
Yes.
Okay. Right. Okay, good. Anything that you didn't manage to complete within the time, this version, the target you want to do but you cannot finish.
The hotspot map. Yeah, it doesn't complete yet.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, map, right? Map. You cannot achieve the map, right?
Yes.
Okay. There is what is the purpose of map? Hotspot, right? Hotspot map, right?
Yes, hotspot.
API. Okay, what is the reason you cannot get the API or it cannot work? Do you find an API that you can connect to?
No.
API? There's none, huh?
I,
Yeah.
You can actually fact it, you can create your own API actually, but it's okay, huh? All right, thank you for the first group. All right, thank you.
okay,
Okay, the
thank you,
second
sir.
group, postgraduate nights.
Okay.
Right, AP, yeah, AP postgraduate nights. Please get ready, and then we'll start in 1 minute. We'll start in 1 minute.
Sir, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Just get
I
ready.
have
Yeah.
provide you with the link of the demo.
Yeah, no, you just play it now lah, for everyone to see your video. You play your video. You can play your video
Okay.
and share.
Okay. Can you see my screen?
Okay, you can start playing now, right?
Okay, wait.
May I know whether there's a sound of your video, right? No sound, right? Correct? No sound, right?
No sound, maybe.
You have to share with your computer sound if you want
Okay.
to sound. Share screen with your computer sound.
Okay.
Okay, right? Continue. And no need to start from scratch. You start from just now, halfway.
And
Yeah. Okay.
yes, email maybe SWE. Something I enter randomly. For example, mu.edu.my. Password I use 126, for example, and then sign up and log in. Login success. You can see here. Here is our homepage. You can see here. Yes, in the homepage, we mainly use the function of the web API. For example, click use mask. Yes, it's go to the mask. It's linked to the third-party website. Wash your hand. Go through the third-party website, and for the article, avoid close contact. For example, yes. And then I will show the button navigation first. The left one is the reminder. You can see here. We can click see more to see the prevention part and change to the click symptoms to see the symptoms. To see the prevention symptoms, we can choose it randomly and choose what we would like to see and click see less to hide the information. And then statistics page. Here we also use the web API to link to the third-party website to get the real-time statistics of the COVID-19. Wait for a moment. maybe the websites. Wait. Okay, it display. Right, you can see the figure here, all cases, and we can choose this, and so on. Wait. There's the new cases, total cases we can see. Oh, maybe. Yes, total cases, new cases, and so on. And then to homepage. The house is the homepage button, notification. We can take some notes and as a reminder to avoid forgetting some important information. For example, here we can click drink water to remind us to drink water. Click sure to maybe the title, maybe I add 1, 2, 3 here. Different kinds of information, and we can also delete. Okay, sure, delete it. Okay, and go to a profile page. Some information is automatically generated because we use the database of SQLite, the room database, and the database will storing some information, and we can also enter some information here. For example, the birth date, full name, maybe Mike, for example. And we go to other page, it will automatically store in the database. You can see here Mike and the birthday. Okay, let's go to the left navigation part. Left navigation is a great usage, I think, because we have the left navigation and the bottom navigation for the convenience of the mobile application, right? And we can click, for example, profile to profile page and so on, and then home to home page and so on. And then I will click the heart to the high risk phone. It's important because for then you can take what you want, for example, AU and so on. And then the most important thing for your high risk phone is the temperature. For example, if your temperature is lower than 37.8, for example 37, you click save, it will no exposure detected. If your temperature is higher than 37.8, for example 38, and then it will show you are at high risk, right? It's a great information. And click return data. Okay, here we can we can modify the whole questionnaire here. Okay, get back, and then I will show you the QR code. It's the most important function in our project. Wait for a moment. I will use the QR code for scanning. For example, I choose my QR code and so on and scan. Low risk. The function is automatically generated, and this one is the warning, and I scan again. High risk, and click the location button to see the location information of some other people. For example, in the Forbidden City, Donald Trump, Yami, and Abe, and we can refresh and so on. Okay, here is all of the function of our projects. Thanks for listening.
All right, thank you. Can I ask question? Okay, just now your QR code, you can see the location of other person, and that is actually fact information, right? How do you retrieve that information? Is it from SQLite also?
No, I think it's the screen that we just set it in the UI design.
Okay.
Because big.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, do you think there is a breach of privacy? So you can see other people's check-in location. Is it a feature that you have in China, that you have this, that you can see other people's location?
it's not the, I think it's not the location detecting, because it's just a fixed location. For example, I use in the QR code is in the Forbidden City. It's places of interest, right? So we can detect the, maybe can detect the people who have entered the Forbidden City, and maybe it's some information, and if it is in high risk or not. Okay.
Okay, but you can see the name like Yang Mi has been there or Donald Trump has been there, but it's okay. Just interest.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
One
yeah,
more.
in China, because
Yeah.
the government want to control the COVID-19, so he will collect some our personal information, such as the name and the kind of phone number and
Yeah. My question is, would the government let you ordinary people know the others movement of the others? Okay, never mind.
link or user, yeah.
One more question, the last. What is the any feature that you plan to do but you didn't manage to do, which is very challenging? Do you complete all the feature that you target for?
I think it's some issues in the QR code form, because I scan the QR code. It's hard for me to detect that whether I have been to some places which is in high risk, so my QR code will be red, or I'm in low risk.
Of course, I know that cannot be done because you don't have a server, right? You don't have a server side to give you the detail of the risk.
Okay.
You can only make it, fact it. That one I can understand. All right, thank you. Very good, this team. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
thank you,
have
sir. Bye.
another
All right,
advice.
thank you.
Yeah.
I never see your face for the whole semester. Okay, never mind. When you see me in the campus, please greet me. Maybe next semester I'll see you. All right. Okay.
Okay.
Next team number 3. Ghost Rider. Can you get ready? Once you are ready, you can start. Ghost Rider.
Okay.
Ghost Rider is by Sou Zihao and Yong Hui Chi. Ghost Rider. Thank you.
So can you see my screen?
Yes, you can start now.
Sorry, I will unshare it because I forgot to include the computer sound.
Yeah. You include again. You share again.
Yeah.
Right, you can start now.
Yeah. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Yong Hui Chi. Today, my team members Sou Zihao and I are going to present the contact tracing mobile application that we have developed using Android Studio and Firebase. So the first page the user will see after opening the app is the login page. The user can select the Create an Account button to navigate to the registration page. On this page, the user can enter the IC number, name, contact number, email address, and password to create a new account. The information entered by the user will be validated after the user selects the Create an Account button. If the information given by the user does not exist in the database and all the inputs are in the correct format, a toast message showing account created successfully will be shown. Then the user will be returned to login page. Other than that, the user can also select the forget password link on the login page to reset the password. However, due to the time constraint, this feature will not be discussed in today's presentation. So after the user enters the IC number and password, the user can select the next button to log into the application. The user will be redirected to the homepage upon successful login. On the homepage, a call button and SMS button are provided. The purpose of this button is to provide counseling services for quarantine patients. For example, patients who have inquiries regarding the COVID-19 can send a message by using the SMS button. The patients can also call this number to ask for help by clicking the Call Now button. Besides, the latest announcement and news about COVID-19 are also provided on the homepage. User can scroll vertically to view more or select an announcement to read further details of the selected news. A link will be given and then the user can click on it and it will navigate the user to the corresponding website. Other than that, user can also scroll to the prevention section and view the COVID-19 prevention tips by scrolling horizontally. Additionally, users can select the Things to Do tab to check whether they have any pending tasks. If no pending tasks are available, user will see a message indicating that there are no pending tasks. Else, it will show a form as shown on the device here, where the user can select it and it will navigate user to the corresponding form to update their risk status. Next, on the statistic page, user can discover the current COVID-19 outbreak in Malaysia, such as the number of total cases, active cases, recovered cases, and death cases can be found on this page. User can predict the trends of the COVID-19 cases based on the line graph provided on this page. And for each graph, users can zoom in and zoom out by double tapping the graph image. In addition, user can also view a list of the frequently asked questions and answers on health and disease about COVID-19 on the FAQ page. By default, all the answers are not shown on the FAQ page. The answer will be shown after users select the Show More text below each question. As shown on the screen, the background color of the question will change when a question is selected. To hide an answer, user just need to select the Show Less text. By scrolling down, user will discover more questions about COVID-19. Next, I will pass the presentation to my team member Seo Zihao to talk about the profile page and check-in page.
Thank you, Hui-Chi. And now I'll continue on the profile page. When the user enter the profile page, the first thing is the user profile card, and the user profile card will display the user details. To change the details, user can press on the edit profile text, and it will bring the user to the edit profile page where the user key in all the details. And if the user wants to change the contact number, the user can choose the change contact number text and it will bring it to the change contact page. The current contact number will be shown and the user need to enter the new contact number and request for the verification code to verify the new contact, and upon submit, the changes will be saved. And back to the profile page, when the user press on the update profile, it will refresh the entire page to refresh all the details to make sure the changes is displayed correctly. And next, the user will come to the COVID-19 risk status where the user can see the current health risk and the current location risk and show whether there is any high risk dependent. If the user wants to update their risk status, the user can press on this button to go to the form. And when the user answering this form, there's a special block where the user can just upload an image of the positive test result to let the admin verify. Upon submit, the application will evaluate the form and assign a new risk status for the user. Then back to the profile page, the below will show the digital certificate for COVID-19 vaccination. And at here, the user can view all the details of the vaccinations, and the user can choose to download the QR code or the PDF file for the certificate. And next, we'll go to the check-in page. Here, the user can see the simplified version of the user profile, risk status, and vaccination status. And when the user click on the check-in button, it will bring the user to the QR scanner. When the user scan the QR, it will show in the history page. When the user press on the history button, the user can see the check-in history. And that's all from our presentation. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you. Just to question for Zihao and also Hui Qi, your just now I saw the edit profile contact number. You have a send verification code. Does it work, that feature? Verification code.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So that verification code will be sent to the mobile number.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Good. Okay. Anything else? Let me see. What about the risk status? Can you go back one screen from the video? You just yeah, just now the risk status, red color and then the green color. This is actually just a static info, or it's a real one that you simulate from server side?
It's a real one. We use Firebase.
Okay. Everything is in Firebase, Okay.
Yes.
One last question. Any feature that you plan for, you didn't manage to do the backend, then it's just a static screen.
Maybe this question can be answered by my team member.
Zihao.
For the location risk, I think.
Okay, the
So-
one you didn't manage to simulate from the Firebase. You don't do it from Firebase.
We just put like manually assign for different location for the risk, but not like map tracing something.
Okay, it's okay. All right. Thank you very much. Very good. Okay, see you again next semester. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Next group. All right, next group.
Thank you, sir.
GPX. Ge Jing, Pizzo, and Dan Xing Yi. GPX. Are you ready?
Yeah, sir, can you see the screen?
Can. You can start now,
Okay, now I start.
Hi, so now I will launch our app named COVID GPX. This is the splash screen, and this is the login page. First of all, I will click on this button to sign up. All fields in sign up page will be validated. User could only sign up successfully if all field is valid. Now I will try to sign up and leave one field with invalid value. Let's say I leave this value invalid. Now I click on sign up. You can see invalid IC or passport. Now I enter the valid value and click on sign up again. Now I can sign up successfully. So now let's say the user forgot about his password. User can click on this button to reset his password. User need to enter the registered email in order to receive the email. Now user can click on this. You can see password reset email sent. Now user can open his email and click on this button to reset his password. And click on save. Now password has been reset. So now user can log in with the reset password. You can see user has been successfully logged in. So user can also change his password. For this case, user need to enter the correct old password in order to update with a new password. Now user can click on change password button. You can see password has been changed successfully. Now user can click on log out button to log in again with the new password. You can see log in successfully with the new password. So that's all from me. Gachin will continue the presentation.
Now I will demonstrate the home page that will be displayed after user log into the application. In the top, the application will show the number of new cases that has been uploaded by the Ministry of Health of Malaysia. There are 4 buttons which are check-in, statistics, and hotlines. When user click on check-in button, the user will be directed to a QR code scanner to scan the QR code of the location, and this is the result. The result will show the status of user with their risk level and whether they are vaccinated or not. This page will also display the information of check-in, including the date, time, and location. This information will also be uploaded to the database. The COVID info page will display the information and tips for user reference to protect themselves from COVID-19. The statistics page will display some numbers or charts regarding COVID-19 information in Malaysia. And there are 4 tabs, which are Malaysia, State, Vaccine, and Hospital. For Malaysia tab, the number of new cases will be shown, and the chart displays the number of new cases and recovered cases for recent 15 days. Similar information also displayed for State tab, and the user can click on this menu to select the state they want to view. The Vaccine tab shows information about vaccine. At the top is the total number of vaccine that has been used, and the line chart shows the number of citizens who are partially vaccinated, fully vaccinated, and boosted in recent 15 days. The pie chart shows the citizens who are partially vaccinated, fully vaccinated, and boosted. The last tab is Hospital, which will display the percentage of ICU beds and hospital beds used by COVID-19 patients in Malaysia. The last button is Hotline. The user can view the contact number of the authorities in this page and also click on the call button to call. At the bottom, there are latest announcements made by the government, and the user can view it here. At the top right corner, there is a notification button. In this application, when the user has applied for vaccination, the user can view the status here.
I'm Singy. Now I continue to demo the profile page for COVID GPS application. So first is check-in history, and the user can select the date on the calendar to view the previous record. And next, there are 3 functions here and also 1 status card which about the risk level and the vaccination status. First, update the risk, which is fill in the health risk assessment. So I just fill. So now the status card will change the color based on the risk level. And the panic button will appear. And next is vaccine. If the user did not apply for the vaccination, then it will show this UI. Then the user can apply the vaccination by click this button. And here, the information will auto fill in for the name and IC. But the user can edit their phone number and also the address here. And now I just click on apply. Then after apply, it will show this UI. And here we will show the status of the dose, the manufacturer, the date, batch number, and also the location. So next is the self-test result. The user can upload their self-test result here. So after filling all the things, then just click on tick button. And now the status card changed to red color because just now my output is positive. And the panic button is still here, and the user can click on it if needed, and it will call the hotline. So that's all for us. Thank you.
Very good. Your database, your storage at the back end, is it local or remote? Just now, the feature that you showed.
In Firebase.
Firebase, huh? Completely Firebase? All of them
Yeah,
Firebase?
completely.
Okay, the statistics, is it real statistics or Firebase statistics?
The real one. We get in from the GitHub. Yeah, GitHub. From the government one.
Malaysia?
Yeah.
COVID
the
now?
real one.
COVID
Yeah.
now? Okay, good. Any feature that you didn't manage to complete your target, but you didn't manage to do it until today?
I think basically just based on the risk assessment or the self-test, the picture was not the uploaded, only the date, the address. Because
Okay, just now, yeah. So just now the picture is actually just you show the image view, but it's not physically stored, right?
yeah.
Okay, you don't upload it to Firebase, right? The picture, right?
Yeah.
Right. Okay, it's okay. It's okay. I understand. They want more challenging. Okay. All
Yeah.
right. I think that's very good. Okay. Thank you. No question.
Okay.
No question from me
Thank you,
anymore.
sir.
Okay. Next team. Lai Guan Pei. COVID tracker. Lai Guan Pei, Lu Ka Wei, and Hua Jia Hong. Yeah, you can get ready, and then once you are ready, you can start.
Hi, sir.
Hi.
So now I will share my video.
So you do also video.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, you play a video.
Hi, sir.
Play a video. Okay.
All right. Good afternoon to Dr. Simon and all our fellow friends. Today, we are going to present to you our application, which is called COVID Tracker. So first of all, let me log in, or should I say sign up, because I currently don't have an account yet. Sign up the account, and let me demonstrate to you now. And here I can key in my email, my full name. Let's say I put Lai here. My phone number here, I already set it to numbers only. Same goes to the IC number, identity card. So it's just a sample. And also for the password. So the password, it should be minimum 6 letters. 6 characters. So when I click sign up account, okay. As you can see from the Firebase, sorry, this is my account. Okay, see, I already created that. Okay, so now let's go back here, and user can also view their profile picture here, their details here, and also edit the profile details. For example, if I want to add my name, I add my last name. Okay, I can do so. If I want to modify my IC, I can do so, and the same go to the email and the phone number. And I can click submit changes and it's done. And see, it changes. Okay. And for the change password, I can also change here. There'll be a pop-up window. Okay. For example, I use this. Okay. You say password is successful. Okay. So and here I also can add any images. So here's the picture. See, it's updated. Okay, and I click submit changes. It's done. Okay. If I want to show back, I can only just refresh. Yeah, and I also can log out here. Yeah, that's all for me. Now I'll pass to Kawi.
So thank you, Mike. And now I will carry, and now I will continue on the our homepage. So the first homepage will be the COVID statistic. So this will be the record that we using the public API and then retrieve the result on it. So the public API that we use apify.com. So we retrieve the result from this API. And also we use the Retrofit API to fix it, to use it. So we can see the result that is from the website. And then we can, inside this statistic page, we can click to know more in the covidnow.government.my. Yeah, so we can learn more details. And for our second page will be the status page. So this will show the risk status of the user. And then this health status can be updated with the update health status features. And then we also have the digital certificate for the user. So this will be the recycle view to show out the result. So which means the dose one and the Pfizer batch number. The result will also be inserted to the users with the dose document and the field. And the third will be the check-in page. It allows the user to check in by scanning their QR code. So this will be the discover with the history. And then we are query that it only show 5 of the latest result. Then when the user click on the scanner, they will scan. Yeah, so the latest result will be show up at here and also the timestamp for now. Okay. Okay, then I will pass to Jia Hong to talk about others function of our application.
Okay, so thanks, Kelvin. I will now talk about some other functions. So let's start with health status. So for now, my profile, or actually Kelvin's profile is low risk. So let's make it high risk by answering everything as yes. Yes. And there are some simple input validation. So if you don't answer a question, it won't let you submit the file. Okay, so now my profile should be high risk. Yeah. And these questions are loaded from based from this JSON string. Okay, so now let's also frequently asked question. So here, click on the question will give you the answer, and this also loaded from Firebase. And following the FAQ JSON, in this format. So Q for question, A for answer, paragraph type means a paragraph, and list type means an ordered list. And let me demonstrate. Okay. And now, if I go back now, it should give me another, example JSON. Okay. Next up is the information page. It's no anything to do, also loaded from Firebase, also JSON string, but these pictures are like loaded from URL. All of them are from WHO, from this page. And I did not just download this picture. I just store their URL inside this JSON string, like here HTTP WHO. And yeah, things will do similar, load from database, and then parse locally into this layout. So that's all from me.
Okay, done, right? Your presentation.
Yeah, done.
Yeah. So all your dynamic features are implemented based on using Firebase, right? So
Yeah.
from what I see. Just now, who is the third presenter? Jia Hong, right? Who is the third one? What happened to your voice? What happened to your voice?
Just a little bit tired.
Okay, it's okay. I'm
Sorry.
just interested to. Are you sick? Your voice 没有啊？哦，你声音哦 ，OK， 好，要照顾啊。OK， I think nothing much that I want to ask. Okay, any special feature that you think is the most challenging that you try to achieve, but you have to try pay more effort to do it? Which feature is the most challenging in your project? All of them are equally the same challenging, no difference.
Yeah, I think no difference.
No difference, huh? All read and write the Firebase. Okay, all right. Okay, good. Thank you. No more question, huh? Okay. Hey, I forget to say, all of you please submit the video also, huh? to OneDrive together with your final submission maybe later when you submit. Those of you who have recorded video, submit your video also for me to watch again when I have time. Thank you. Right. So next group will be Ng Kai Xiang, Tang Kia Run, link out. Link out.
Yes.
Right? Can you give me 1 minute break? 1 minute break, and then you start. Yeah, you can start. Ng Kai Xiang and Tang Kia Run. So 1 minute. Give me 1 minute break. Okay, thank you. Right, Kai Xiang and Kia Run, you can start now.
Okay.
Right, you can share screen and you can start now. Thank you.
Just testing if you can hear the video.
Yeah, I can hear.
Audio.
You can start now.
Can you hear that?
Can. Video not yet. Video you haven't played, right?
Oh yeah. I don't think I shared the.
Share with computer sound.
This is our demonstration video for this assignment. And now I'll be start to first to run the app. And in the start of this application, a splash screen will be shown with the icon and also the application name, which is COVID alert. And after that, user will be entered to the login page. And for the user who do not have an account, they will be able to register a new account by clicking on the sign up button below. And in here, I will try to register a new account for demonstration. And the validation has also done for all these edit text, which include the email pattern and word limit for password and so on. And first, let me to enter all the information. And I will test the validation first. And for this, as you can see that the entered email is not valid, so that the user will have to enter the valid email in order to register a new account. When user is successfully registered an account, they will be able to navigate to the homepage and to click on the vaccine button to go to the vaccine appointment page, and to select to view the vaccine information, or also to send the request for vaccine appointment. And there are 3 steps here. In the first step, user will have to enter their personal information. As here, I will just to input all the fields. And also all the validation has been done in this part. For example, the IC number, the user will have to enter the word count, which is for the valid IC number in Malaysia. And for the second step, user will be able to select the location to take the vaccine. And here I will just randomly to choose one of it. And in the last step, user will be able to confirm their information for vaccination request. And after the confirmation, user will be able to view their vaccination details as well, as all the information has shown here. And also in the homepage, user will be able to perform the health risk assessment question. And when submitted successful, it will pop out to the homepage again, and user will be able to view the frequently asked question as well. And also, user can view the today total case and also the COVID-19 information in this page. And the total cases shown is taken from the API online. And now I'll pass to Kai-Xiang to continue the demonstration.
Okay, so now I will continue with the some other features we have in this application. The first one is the QR code scanner and the check-in history. So the second it's on the second menu of the navigation bar. And as you can see here, we have put a dummy data here with the B1 hall location and then the date underneath as well. And as you click on the action button here, you can open the camera, which we will need the permission. And then you can navigate in this virtual scene here to look around for the QR code that we have previously prepared for this. And as you can see, the QR code is successfully scanned and the location is, and the date of scanning is displayed here. And then now we can go back to the home fragment. And then the next menu we have here is the statistics. Here you can see all of the statistics regarding the COVID-19. So you can see the total cases, the amount of cases happened today, the amount of deaths, total deaths and today's deaths. And you also can see how many people recovered today. And the last page we have here is the profile page. Here you can see some of the basic information of the user, the name, email, the vaccination status, and then the risk assessment of the user. And then you can click on the edit profile to go and change any of the information. Here I will change the email address. And after you click save, you can see the email has been changed. And that's basically all of the features that we have for the application. Now you can sign out of the application and will be redirected back to the sign in page. And that is basically it for our application.
All right, thank you. You can stop your video already. Okay, just now you all didn't, wow, you show my face here, don't share screen. Okay, just now you didn't mention your backend. What do you use to store your data? Is it Firebase?
We use SQLite.
SQLite. Do you use Room framework, or you use the Always SQLite Open Helper?
Open Helper for the login and register, and for the QR is use the Room database.
Okay, why different implementation?
Because I'm Kaisang doing different parts, so we have different way to do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, so it's just SQLite, no server side, no server side.
Yeah, no.
Sure. What about statistics?
The statistic is the online taken one, the link, and just access it.
So it's a JSON you consume from server some online website.
Yeah.
Okay, the one you use retrofit.
Yeah.
Okay, good. I think I have no more question. No more question. I'll run your app to see again. All right. Thank you very much.
Sir.
Thank you, sir.
Next group will be who's that? An Chia Hong, An Chia Hong, Manchester United. Wow. MUFC, Lim Ho Shun and Lun Qing Ze. Once you are ready, you can start. Okay, you can start now.
Good afternoon, sir. My name is Lim Ho Shan, and my group mates are Ang Chia Hong and Lung Qing Ze. We have pre-recorded our demo video, and I'll be playing it now. Please let me know if there's no sound. Thank you.
When users first enter the app, they will be given two choices such as sign up and log in. I will first demonstrate the sign up feature. User have to enter their email address, full name, IC number or passport number, password and confirm password. User can also update their age, gender, risk status and also vaccination status. So these four values are initially set by default. They will have to enter the app to update this information. Once users have entered all the text field in sign up, they'll be redirected to the home page. Now I'll be demonstrating the forgot password feature. So users have to click forgot password at the login page and enter their email address to receive the reset password link. In order to successfully reset user's password, they will have to go into their mailbox and press on the reset password link and enter their new password. And now going back to the app, I will perform the login feature. After user has resetted their password, now they can log in with their new password. If user enter the wrong password, they are unable to log in. Once user has entered the correct password, user is redirected to the home page. At the home page, there are several features such as frequently asked questions, a display of users' risk status and vaccination status, health risk assessment, update status, contact us, standard operating procedures guidelines, viewing disease hotspots, scanning QR code, view statistics, and also view profile page. Now I will perform the main feature of Curve Tracker, which is scanning and view check-in history. User click on the scan icon at the bottom navigation bar and then click on the floating action button to access to the camera to scan the QR code. Upon successful scanning, user can view the name, time, and date of the location. In order to view their check-in history, user has to go to the profile page and click on View Check-in History. The check-in history will display all of the scanned QR details, which includes the location name, time, and date upon scanning.
Good afternoon to Dr. Simon. I'm Long. Here, I'm going to present the profile page. Here, we can go to the profile page and edit our personal details. By clicking the pencil there, we can edit our information. And save changes. We can also change our password. Confirm our new password. And then we can see the password is updated successfully. Next, we can go to the statistic API and then we can see the statistic latest cases. Then here consists of new cases, total recovered cases, total death cases, and total active cases. Here we can also go to the disease hotspot to check the number of active cases at every state, such as Sarawak. Then we can scroll to see the number of cases. Then we can also go to the profile page to click on the lockout. Here we are successfully logged out. Now I shall pass the presentation to my teammates to continue.
Thank you, Qingze. I'm Ang Chia Hong and I will continue the presentation. As you can see, there is an in-app message that is generated from Firebase to notify the user about the new cases detected last date. Moving on, the value of risk and vaccination status are displayed. So which are the medium risk symptoms and fully vaccinated. We can update them via two features, which are the health risk assessment and the update status. Let's start the HRA to update our personal risk status. So there are 6 questions in total in the HRA. We just start answering them, and eventually the result of risk status will be displayed to us. And the result is updated to the Firebase also, so we can view the real-time data in the app. So initially, the risk status is the medium, and currently it become the high risk. And we can modify the vaccination status from fully vaccinated to no vaccination while we answering all these 3 questions no. So we close this interface, and the vaccination status will become not vaccinated. After that, we will try to move to the frequently asked question by clicking on the icon. So there are 3 pages in total for the FAQ, so we can navigate the pages within these 2 buttons, previous page and next page. Eventually, we can close the FAQ via the close button that is located at the top right corner of the app. Last but not least, we'll move to the contact us. We just need to input Ang Chia Hong, and email is SCH, then type some message on it. Okay, then we just submit. It will indicate that the message is sent successfully. So that's all for our presentation. Thank you.
Very fast, huh? Very much on time. So I just wonder why some screen your UI design, you try to defer it. You don't follow the main theme like red color. Some screen like edit profile, if not mistaken, is green. And then just now there's another screen, you edit something, but it's another color. You try to defer it so that it look a bit different when it goes to certain screen. Is it purposely designed, or is it because it's done by different people? So different people just use different way of designing the theme.
Because like it is do it purposely to differentiate. It is for this color scheme is for the form answering, and the contact us is for another color, which is the green color. So it's like to differentiate the features.
Oh, okay. Because you say MU red color.
Yeah.
Screen not red color. Okay. Any feature that you find most challenging to implement?
From my part, actually, is the notifications.
Yeah.
Because like
right?
Yeah. The currently that is implemented is using the in-app messaging from the Firebase. However, it should be improved by the recycle view, and the data should be obtained from the COVID now, so we can obtain the latest and the more accurate result.
Okay, so this is just you push the notification from Firebase to that specific device, right?
To all device who are installed,
which are registered. Okay.
Yeah, and set the end time of this notification, so the notification will expire after the time frame.
Okay, very good. You managed to do that. Who did that? Chia Hong, right? You
Yeah.
managed. Okay. All right. Thank you. I think that's all from me. All right. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Next group.
Bye-bye,
Next
sir.
group is from Zilong. Zilong NOC. NOC. Zilong.
Hello, sir. Can you hear me?
Can. You can start.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Li Zilong, and my team name is NOC. My team member is Liu Jiahao and Shi Zhehan. Now let me to show you our program. Okay, you will see this is the first page of our program, and there is 2 buttons, login and register. Now let's to register a new account. Maybe the username is Tommy and the password is 123. Re-enter password must be equal to the password, and then phone number maybe just here this, and maybe like this. If you enter all the information and click the sign up, it will show the register successfully. And if you forget your password, you just need to click the forget password button and come to the retrieve password page and enter your username and your email. And then click the next button. It will go to the modify password button, and you just need to enter the new password, maybe 321, and re-enter the new password 321, and click the confirm. It will show modify password successfully. Well, if there is something different, something problem, if you don't fill all the things, click the sign up. It will show please enter all the information. And now let's log in this account. The password is also 321. And if you click the remember username password, the next time you log in, you don't need to enter your username and password. Now let's click the login. It will show sign up successfully, and it will go to the home page. Okay, that is all about my presentation. Now let my team member to continue.
Okay, after logging, the first things that catch the eye is the homepage. Next, I will introduce the functions of the homepage in detail. First, user can click the tab above switch the epidemic data of Malaysia and China. If you want to view the global data, you can click the Earth image button. Then it can jump to the global COVID-19 statistics page, where you can see the cases, deaths, and the recovered data. Then return to the homepage. Click the button of Health Assessment to enter the Health Assessment page. There are 5 questions on this page, which can be used to judge the user's health status. If I select all yes buttons, the application will suggest me to go to the hospital for examinations. If I choose different options, it will return different results. In addition to these features, there are tips pages that allow users to learn tips to prevent COVID-19, and the fast and questions pages that allow users to learn about COVID-19 knowledge. This is all my presentation. Next, please welcome my team member Liu Jiahao to continue his presentation.
Thank you, Zhehang. Next, I will introduce the scan page, location page, and the personal information page. First, we need to add one of the QR code scanner. It can be Zixing QR scanner, QR reader, and so on. So we choose Zixing to realize this function. After applying this, we can use the scanner to scan QR code or barcode. So click the image view. Now we are in camera. So user can scan the QR code and the barcode in this page. So next part is the location record page. Yeah, this page has the place you have been, and it will also have the time related to the location. At last, we will go to the personal information page. Yeah, this page shows the information of user, and which include gender, age, phone number, and email. These things are recorded when user register. So user can modify personal information here and also click logout button to go back to the login page. Yeah, so that's all for project demo. Thank you for listening.
All right, thank you. Yeah, demonstrating using live, right? Not video, right? Just now was not video, right?
Yeah, it's live.
Okay. What backend implementation that you do? Is it Room database or Firebase or what do you use?
It's SQLite, but it's a local location database.
Okay, SQLite only, right?
Yeah.
What about statistics? Do you pull data from any source like this COVID-19 data of Malaysia? This one. This is from API, right?
Yeah,
this is from API.
Okay, just now the first screen, can you go back? This one, the chart, the graph.
This graph?
Yes.
This is just a graph.
Static
Yeah.
image. Okay. Anything that you find most challenging when you implement this app?
I think it's a recycle view between the scan part and the location.
All right. Okay. That scanning is actually you scan the data into a into a
Recycle view.
SQLite, right?
Yeah.
SQLite. Okay, good. Right. Okay, maybe a bit of opinion for the edit profile. Edit profile. Can you go to the edit profile? Right. Some feature you may not allow people to simply modify. For example, gender. Once you register, you cannot change gender easily, right? For
Can change the gender.
And-
but I think
and
it
the
cannot be modified.
And age, actually, once you register, I think the system, normal case, the system can actually keep track. Like once you register, you increment by every year by 1. And normally, we don't have to allow people to change. Maybe the one that we can allow people to change is the phone number, contact number, and which key that you use to control the registration, the use login. Email is unique, right, for you. What is your key to control login? When you
login is username.
Oh, okay, you use username. So your email you can change anytime, this one.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. That's all for your presentation. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks for your listening. Bye.
Happy holidays. Happy exams. Okay. See you. All right. Next group. Next group will be now. NULL now. Ni Hongzhen, Ren Xing, Yu Chu Ye. Yu Chu Ye. So your group. Once you are ready, you can start.
Hello, sir. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear. You can start.
Okay. Sure. Hello, teacher. I'm Yu Chuye, and my partner is Ren Xin and Ni Hongzhen. So my part is about from the login page. Okay, I first will introduce the function of register. Okay, please, at the register, you can see we can input the username, password, gender, and birth. Also, we can set a username like SWE, password at number and something. Birthday is 2000 May and 26, and email. So SWE at SMUM.edu.my and personal ID. Personal ID just some number. Then register. Okay, the next one is about the login. Login, I use SWE and password. So login, we can see the page about my. Okay, this one is about the information. This information is name, vehicle, and the age. We can set age, maybe like 18. Yes, and the gender and the telephone number, and the ID card. So preservation is about save it. So next one is about health assessment. Health assessment. Yeah, this is a health assessment. We can answer this question and submit to get the health report about you. So next one is about QR code. QR code. Yeah, we can scan a QR code, and after scanned, you can see record in the sign history. Okay, this is all about my part. Let me say pass to my partner Ni Hongzhen.
Hello, sir. This is the news of the APP, and this is the current situations of the COVID-19, and this is the map. This is the map, and this is the information of the
current COVID-19 situation. And we can see because this is the Chinese situation, because we don't have the other Malaysia information of COVID-19. And this is the reminder of this app. And this is the health reminder. We can see this to get the information of the knowledge of the COVID-19 information. And we can click this about COVID-19 to see the Q&A COVID-19. And that's all. Next, welcome my partner to continue the presentation.
Yes, thank you, Hong Zheng. And my name is Ren Xin, and I will introduce our project database. So first of all, I will introduce the database. First one database we used. In this database, basically, this function will get the user based on person ID, and the next function is about add the user, and the next function, this function basically we can modify the user information and modify the password. And the next function, this function add sign function, basically it means we can add the sign, and next function delete sign function, we can delete the sign. And in next function we can get the sign certificate by usernames, and at the next function we can search the reminds. So the next database is Open Helper. So this database basically is used for user management and sign-in and reminder. The last database is about servers. This database is our app servers. So that's all about our presentation. Thank you for listening. And do you have any questions?
Yeah. Can you just show the just now the code again? The server, you said the server, I couldn't see. How do you implement so-called the server just now? Can you share the screen again just now? Your Android Studio. Can you share the screen again, the Android Studio just now?
Yes, wait a minute, sir.
Yeah. Just now, DB server. Can you open that DB server? DB server. Under your database. DB server. Oh, okay. This is the using room database, right? Okay. DAO. So your database implementation is by SQLite, right?
Yes.
Yes. SQLite only, right? Just now the China statistics, that one, how do you do that? The China statistics.
We use Baidu Map.
Baidu Map. So it's a website, web view, is it? Website that you display.
Yeah.
Okay. What else? Let me ask. Do you use any other server side or whatever database implementation other than the SQLite? No, right? You don't have like Firebase or something like that, right? Do you do anything more other than the SQLite? No, right?
No.
Okay. So you'll be SQLite. Okay. Thank you. I think that's all. Anything that you find most challenging when you do this project? Which feature that you think you spend the most time and then you do it, you feel that is a good achievement?
we have a challenge about the positioning function because the timing positioning about our sign data is used Baidu Map time positioning, so we don't do this part. You can see we cannot see your positioning, sign positioning. We can only see your sign information. So this is a challenge for our project.
Okay, good. All right, I acknowledge that. Thank you. Okay, that's all. Thank you for your presentation. So there will be next group. Next group will be Powerpuff Girl. Are you here? Powerpuff Girl. Li Jingyu. Okay, so you can get ready, huh? Okay, thank you.
Can you see?
Yeah, I can see. Huh?
Okay.
Okay. 2 guys and 1 girl, right?
Powerpuff Girl.
Okay, you can start now. You can start now.
Okay. Good afternoon, Dr. Simon. I'm Hao Jing and my teammates are Shen and Jingyu. So today we're gonna present on our app called K-Trace. So let me show the screen now. And as you can see from the emulator, this is our splash screen for our app. And this is our login page. Now I'll start with the demonstration of a registration of an account. Okay, let's fake an account. Then give it some phone number, some IC, and then an email, and a fake password. Okay, so after the registration, and this is connected to a Firebase authentication. And from our profile, you can see my name. The hash is small because when I registered, I entered a small hash. And then by default, it will be a low-risk, no symptoms user. This is the last updated time. This is according to the device time, not our actual time now. Then vaccination status is not available because it's a new user. The system has not retrieved its record. So there will be no data here for the COVID-19 vaccination or any dependent. Now, let me show the logout. You can log out from the settings. Okay, now I will log in using an account that previously we had data in because for demonstration purposes. So this is our account. Okay, so by signing in from the profile, you can see that the vaccination status is actually fully vaccinated for Sean Lim JJ. This vaccination status is set by the system admin from the server side, according to the records when they do the physical vaccinations. And then we will have the fully vaccinated Sean Lim JJ's digital certificate here. And they can view the certificate here as well as generating a QR code to scan for the digital certificate. Now, as you can see, there's a dependent section here. So we can add a dependent by clicking on the manage and then add someone. Okay, we choose the relationship and be a grandparent. Now enter IC for the grandparent. Age 62. Okay, then you can add the dependent here. There's an alert dialog to prompt you to ensure that the details are accurate. Then after adding, you will see your dependent details over here. Then if let's say you want to remove your dependent, you will just have to click on manage and then remove, and you can see the list of dependents that you have here, Lim Abeng grandparent, and you want to delete him from your app. So okay, delete this user. Yeah. Then so that's for the profile, and the settings page is actually accessed through here. And then there's a change credentials part where you can reset your email or reset your password. All of these are considered secure because they are connected to the Firebase authentication. Then we have the privacy policy, some terms and conditions for our app, and then contact us. So you can feel free to contact the customer support via ktrace@gmail.com. By clicking on the OK, it's prompted to the mail application. A bit laggy now. Yeah, because it's trying to prompt to the mail application. So, but that's roughly my part now, and I'll pass on to Shen to continue for the features. and he will connect to his emulator.
All right, let me share my screen. All right, so for the home page, the user can access the health assessment, things to know and FAQs, COVID-19 self-report, and statistics page. But before we go to those, let me just talk about the searching for location hotspot function. So by default, the user's location will be set at Xiamen University, Malaysia, but then of course you can search for any location, and then it will be updated to show that location and also the risk status. So it's red because it's high risk. And then also that this map has several buttons, which are the zooming in and zooming out buttons. And also this, okay, hold on, before I talk about that, if you click on the marker button, there are two maps functions that we can click, but I won't show now because that'll take some time. So the left one is directions to this place, and the right one will be opening Google Maps to this location. Clicking on this will bring us back to the default location. And now let us look at the statistics page. So on statistics page, there are two options. We can look at Malaysia or global. So on Malaysia, we are fetching some information, and then we see all of these statistics, and then there's also a graph where we show just the top 5, and then once we click in, we will see the full graph of all the states in Malaysia. Similarly for global, this one is for worldwide statistics, and these are for top 10 countries. Okay, next let's go to the things to know page. So there are, this is for things to know, which is a card, and you can flip it, which reveals the information of the things you need to know, and this is just like a cover art for it. Next we have FAQs, which are collapsible layouts where you can click it, then it will expand and show all the FAQ answers, and then close it to collapse it back again. Next, let's look at health screening facilities. So here we also have a Google Maps similar to the homepage in terms of functionalities, with the zooming in and the returning to default location button. And here as well, we show markers for all the nearby healthcare screening facilities on the Google Maps. Again, we have these two buttons. And next, let me show you the hotline function. So this one, it opens up the dial pad that already has the hotline filled in. And then next we have the SOP function where we show you the web view of the latest SOPs for COVID-19. All right, next Jinyu will take over for the next part.
So, okay, let me continue. I'll now show you the functions for, hold on, this app is a bit laggy. Okay, let me go back to the home page.
I think maybe you can start your app again. The
yeah, sorry about this.
Crash already, right? Yeah.
It's not a crash, actually, it's just the Chrome is lagging the...
Oh, you are opening Chrome, right?
Yeah, it is Chrome, okay. Alright, so let me continue. I'll show you the QR function.
It's not really...
Oh, wait, sorry. Here, yeah.
Is it okay, or you want to use my emulator?
It's alright, it's alright.
coming back to this, I'll show you the QR functions. It uses my own laptop camera where I can scan a QR, and then it shows this updated location that I just went to. I can click on it and it will show. Sorry. Okay, moving on to the second function, we will have a health assessment where I can assess my own health. So for now, I will say that I'm healthy, and then I will say I have no symptoms. There's nothing wrong with me. Okay, and my health is good. So if I go to the self-report function and I state myself as
I think something like went wrong with your CPU. I can share my screen from here.
all right, sure.
Okay,
Yeah.
can you
Just
see?
maybe the the QR code scan that one. You just show that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But I think my emulator is not set for. But it's like basically it's like scanning, and
Yeah.
then, but because my
Your-
emulator
your-
is not set for the webcam.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Not you can scan using a virtual scene, right?
Yeah,
The one
because
set-
but then like we wanted to show a like real scene,
Oh,
and then yeah.
I think
But
it's
the
okay.
history can view from here, like because
see-
I don't have the data from this side. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what about from Jingyu side? Got data or not for history?
Yes, actually.
You show me the history now.
All right, sure. Actually, just now after I scanned the QR, that page was the updated history actually. I can also access it from here, and then it shows that I've been to this place. Oh, shit. Okay. Yeah, so this is it, sir. This is the data. I went to these places, and this is the latest one according to the time, which is
Good enough. Huh? Okay. Can I ask question? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
sure.
your back end is you did it using retrofit, right? No. Let me see.
We have a few like for authentication we use the Firebase authentication, and most of our data we store in the Firestore, and
Okay.
then retrofit for the statistics, and also like Google Maps API for the location.
Okay. So Google Map API you use the free tier, right?
Yes.
Okay. So far so good. Now, which part is the most challenging? Which of the feature that you spend the most effort to make it work?
Most of it we have few challenges, but especially it's like for the Google Maps API connection, and then Shen has some difficulties with the bar charts. Yeah.
Bar chart, the one you read it from a real-time API?
Yes, from here actually, from these APIs.
Oh, okay. So that is not real time, real time or static data only?
These are real. I think they are mostly
not
real
real
time.
time. This is not real time, but it's okay, good enough. You demo that you can do it. Okay, good. Right, I think it's okay lah. Just that maybe next time if you feel like very risky your demo some of the feature you can pre-record. Right, you wouldn't would be better you pre-record. Maybe you don't have time. I don't know why you don't want to pre-record that part. It's
No,
okay.
sorry, sir. Because
it's
we
okay.
thought like live demo would be more interactive.
Yeah, but you take risk.
Yeah,
Okay, it's okay lah. Okay, good. At least you dare to do that lah. But you have to prepare well for live. Many of them they demo video so they can NG and then they record again. Okay.
Sure.
Thank you. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, next group. SD. Okay, Zhen Yao and Su Hongda. Zhen Yao, Su Hongda, are you here? Okay, you can prepare and start. Once you are ready, you can start.
Okay, so wait a minute.
Will you give me 1 minute break also? Okay, you start after 1 minute.
Okay.
All right, you can start now, huh? You can start now.
Okay, sir. Can you hear me? Okay. Okay. For our this project, we using the retrofit API to get the statistic, and most of our backend are using the Firebase real-time database. Okay, so we are using pre-recorded videos. So now I start the video.
Your video doesn't have sound. You have to share with computer sound.
Oh, okay. Let me. Okay. So this is the first screen of the application when the user open the apps. Then the user need an account before they can log into the application. So they need to sign up. As you can see just now that we have a validation for every field. So such as the username, email, gender. So if the user doesn't input that field, then when they press the sign up button, it will focus back to that field saying that the user didn't enter the field. Then we enter the details, and here is the pick a dialog for the date of birth. Then we enter the phone number for the user. After that, we enter the password. So we also have a validation for the passwords, such as now I'm entering only 5 number. Then it will say that the minimum characters for the password is 6. So now we enter 6 number for the password. Then let's say now we enter the correct one and we can sign up successful. Now we log in to the user by entering the email. Then over here, let's say that we enter a wrong password, then it will not log in the user. So here the user need to enter a correct password. So when the user log in, they are at the home page. So at the home page, we have the profile, check-in, location, home page, and some tabs over there. And we also have announcement. All the announcements are retrieved from the Firebase. Then now this is the profile showing the user profile and their vaccination certificates. So here the user can edit their profile. So now we edit the username and also the email. Then we also edit the phone number, such as this number, then also some value on the date of birth. Then we need to re-enter the password for the user. So here we will validate so that the user is entering the correct password. So here we can see that the profile of the user already changed. So now I will log out, and just now I already changed the email for the user, and now I will log in with the changed email. Okay, so now I should be allowed to log in. Okay. Okay, now for homepage, here we have the health risk assessment. Here, we have many questions of yes and no. So when the user answering, such as now I answering 4 no and 1 yes, so it will calculate the marks for the user. So now I will do the assessment again, and for this time I will do answer 4 yes and 1 no. So now the marks is different. And now I will pass the demonstration to Eun Yao to continue.
Thank you, Hongda. Now I'll be presenting on the FAQ and also the assessment tips. For the FAQ, so we have questions here. Once you press in, it will expand the slot and show the answer for the questions. And for the health assessment tips, there is actually many types of photos and poster, so we can press in to see a more detailed poster, the zoom in version. So we will go back here. Now we go into the vaccination reservation. So once you press inside, you need to check for the information whether it's correct, then you confirm and book for vaccination. So once you book, and assuming that you have already went for the vaccination, the certificate will update accordingly. So here you can see that it actually updated, and then we press on again, and it will show that you have already get the second vaccinations inside this here inside this certificate. And so now we press on the last time. The last time it will show us the booster one. So once you press now and then press on continue, it will show that, all right, we have already completed all 3 types of vaccination. So now once we go and press again, it actually says that your vaccination is completed, so we can't press anymore. So now I'll be continuing the presentation on the phone for the location. So once we press in location, we press in history, we can see that our check-in history is here. And then we can now press on the hotspot to check that whether our location is within the red zone or not. It also has the information on the area. So now we can actually search for location that we entered. So for example, Sepang. So we search and then it will direct us there. So once we press on the hotspot, it should show us the information. So now we go into the check-in. Here it will update our status accordingly, like the risk, the vaccination, the current location status. So we scan the QR code and it says that check-in successfully. So now we can go back to location, and the history, it will update the newest one. And once we press in, you can see that the information is listed. Now we check on the another one, which is the Keep Mall. So here is the Keep Mall one. So check-in successfully, and our history will be updated accordingly. So that's all for our presentation today. Thank you.
Very good. Okay, my question is your database is actually local or remote? I cannot.
Yeah. The database is using the Firebase real-time database.
Okay, Firebase. So even the check-in also, right? Firebase.
Yeah, everything doing.
The hotspot, I don't really get the hotspot. You actually you have data behind, or you just show a map?
Just show a map.
Okay. It's not real hotspot data, You don't have a Firebase hotspot database, right?
Yeah, I do have we do have the hotspot data on the Firebase, then retrieve from there using the city. Like you're staying in Sepang, then it will get the Sepang data in the real-time database. Then if you in another area such as Nilai, then it will get the Nilai one.
So you show on the map the hotspot location, something like that, using marker or what?
No, it doesn't using marker. The marker is only the the person's location.
Okay, how do you show the so-called hotspot info on the map? Just now the video got shown or not? How do people know where are the hotspot when you have the map?
Yeah, this one. Here.
On the information information, not on the
Yeah.
map but information. Okay, whether it's hot red zone or not. Okay.
Yeah.
Anything that you find the most challenging for you to implement in this project?
Okay. Yeah, we do have one. Also this Google Map is also troublesome.
Yeah, of course.
Not really challenging, but troublesome because it need the billing account.
So how
Yeah,
do you do it? You give them a credit card.
Yeah. But doesn't activate lah.
But be careful lah. Next time you terminate it after the project.
Okay.
If not, then somebody can get your account. Then they can use your Google Map account to use your API for free. Okay. Okay. Anything else? Anything that you didn't manage to implement?
Yeah. On this page, they're saying the current location. This is meant for the current location risk. But we found that the Google Map, we couldn't track the user location if we didn't show the map in this page. So we just make it a static information.
Okay, you can actually use that Firebase. You basically simulate the locations from your Firebase. You put the current location in Firebase, but it's okay actually. So this is a static data, right? Static, right? The high posted current location, high.
Yeah, just the current location only. The risk status and vaccination still retrieve from the Firebase.
Okay, thank you. I think that's all for your team. Thank you. Let's move on to the next team. Try hard team. No. The next team is Team Cat W. Right, W, Team Cat W, and Elizabeth and Ching Han. Elizabeth and
Hi, sir. Please wait a moment while I share my screen.
Okay, you can start now.
Sir, can you hear me? Okay, sure.
Sir, can you see my screen?
Yes, can.
Okay, so we'll be starting. Okay. Good morning to Dr. Simon and my classmates. My name is Fujin Heng, and with my teammate Elizabeth Koo, we'll be demonstrating our final project application, also known as C19 Trace. So let's begin. Okay, so upon launching the application, user will need to sign in, but new user does not have an account. So they will need to register for an account in the sign up page. The user is required to input all the required credential as well as the password. So let's perform the sign up process. Hold on a second, yeah. Okay, so after tapping on the sign up button, the user will be directed to the home page. But let's log out for now to test out the sign in features. Users are required to sign in again with the registered email and password. And if they input the wrong information, a pop-up will be shown to ask them to try again. Another condition is if they forget their password, they can go to the forget password page and request for a reset link based on the corresponding email address which they have been previously registered. So now let's sign into the application again. Okay, so at the home page, we have various functionality and we'll be talking about them one by one. First, there is the hotspot map page where the user can know the highly risk affected area in their search. So let's say we search for Kuala Lumpur and all the affected areas around the Kuala Lumpur will be shown in red circle. And moving on, there is the info hub page. At here, user can tap on any articles. Okay, hold on, yeah. So at the info hub page, user can tap on any articles to read the relevant COVID-19 news. The third functionality is the SOP. Okay, is it working? Okay, the third functionality is the SOP, where they can read the latest SOP restriction, which imposed previously by the government. Okay, moving on, we also have the emergency hotline, which it acts like a panic button. When users have any emergency, they can simply tap on this button and dial the COVID-19 center in Malaysia. And the penultimate features in the homepage is the vaccination form. By default, users are assumed to be not vaccinated, so they will need to request for vaccines and fill in the form. At this page, they can first read more on the vaccines and get to know more about them before applying them. Okay, then they can fill in the question given and tick the check boxes to grant consents for the vaccination. After tapping the submit button form, a pop-up will be displayed, indicating that the form is submitted successfully and will be processed shortly. And finally, there's this COVID-19 symptom test. If the user does not feel well, they can attempt the COVID-19 symptom test. For example, we answer this question and it appears a risk level, a medium risk, so that user can know that they need to take precaution and perform necessary action. After tapping on done, the risk status is also updated in the profile page. So now I'll be passing on to Elizabeth to continue the demonstration.
Okay, so thank you, Jin Heng. Now I'll be continuing on the remaining pages of the COVID-19 application. So moving on is the statistics page where users will be able to know the daily update of the global and the country news. So for global, there's the new cases, the recovered cases, death cases, as well as the affected countries and the total number of cases. Similarly, in my country, which is Malaysia, there's the active and similar cases, but the affected countries is replaced by the total vaccine administered. So users will be able to know the total vaccine administered to our Malaysian citizens. So moving on is the check-in page. I'll be demonstrating this page using a video because the scan QR fragment is a bit troublesome to be performed in the emulator. So let's see. Okay, so for the check-in page, when users click on the check-in button, they are required to scan the QR. And upon scanning the QR, the location, the date, and the time will be shown, as well as the risk status and the vaccination status. So after that, clicking on done, when they click on the view history, the history will be shown at the check-in history page. So that's for the check-in page. And lastly is the profile page. So from what users have registered, all their details will be displayed here, such as the name, the mobile, and the email, as well as the risk status and the vaccination status. By default, the risk status and the vaccination status are set as low risk and not vaccinated, since we cannot retrieve their specific data from the database. So we set them as this, and after performing the symptoms test and so on, the risk status will be updated. So there's the edit profile page also, where users can change their profile, their name, their phone number, their email address, and their respective details. And upon clicking on save changes, the user's details will be updated. And after that, also for the change password, let's say they can also change their new password, where they are required to input their current password, new password, and also confirm password. So upon clicking on save changes, it will indicate that password is updated successfully. And after that, they can log in with the updated password. So the third one is the frequently asked questions, where users can see the frequently asked questions related to the maybe COVID-19 or even the mobile application. So they can just click on the questions to view the answers. All right. And yeah, finally, they can log out from the application. And yeah, that's all for our final year project. So thank you.
Very good, very good. Can you go back? You just this screen at the emulator, you just press the back button.
Sorry.
Hey, you can still go back to your app.
Yeah.
So your logout is not really logout, right? It's just you go to another screen. Maybe you should have what is that? field that in your Firebase. You are using Firebase, right?
Yeah, correct.
Every time you do login, you trigger it, right? You toggle it to yes, true, false. I mean, a number like whatever to indicate login, and after that you log out. You just toggle it back to another value. Then every time you want to go back, then you have to check that you want to be in any of the screen. You check the value whether it's logged in already or not. Something like that, huh? Okay. Okay, very good. Just now you record the specific part for the presentation and the QR code scan. The one you did it just now after the other team, or you did earlier? You planned it earlier.
We actually did it before the presentation.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good. Then you anticipate there may be problem when you do it live.
Yeah,
Okay.
because using the emulator, it's quite hard to like just to scan the codes and stuff.
I know.
Yep.
Okay, good. I think it's good lah. So all your data are dynamic, right? Most of them like FAQ, even FAQ data you store in Firebase.
No, this FAQ I didn't store in Firebase. I store in an array list.
In the code in the code.
Yeah, correct.
Okay. All right. So mostly Firebase, and then what about your statistics?
Statistics, I link it with an API I found on the website. Like I think it's called disease something, and then I link it with I retrieve from Volley. Yeah.
Okay. Use Volley.
And also our what is it called, the check-in history? Yeah, we put it in the API also. Then we call it using Volley to retrieve back the data.
You use
So
mock?
we use mock API.
Okay.
So overall the app we didn't actually use room database lah.
It's okay because even better to be remote. Okay, I
Okay.
think that's all. That's all for your group. Nothing much to ask. All right, thank you.
Okay.
Right, next team.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. Next team, Anand, and in how try hard. Three group, try hard or try hard. Team try hard.
Try hard.
Try hard.
Sir, good afternoon. So for our presentation, we did a pre-recording. So I'm going to share screen now.
Yeah, you can play the video. Once you're ready, you can start.
Yeah. Are you able to see my screen, sir?
Can. Your video got sound, no? You share with computer sound.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I'll just play a bit of it just to make sure you can hear. Hello, sir. Can you hear that?
Can.
Okay. I'll play it now. Hello, sir, and to my fellow classmates. My name is Julian, and my team name is Team Try Hard. My group mates are Anand and Yinghao. Today, we are going to be demoing our contact tracing application, which we have called MyTrace. So now we are in the starting page of our application, and before we can log in, we first have to register an account. So I will be registering a new account for demonstration purposes. And inside our registration page, we have two input validations, which I'll be going through very shortly. So, let's leave the email address like that, and let's skip the password. So our first input validation is that the email address has to be proper. So what I mean by proper is that it has to contain @ and .com, and then the email address is proper. And our second input validation is that all fields need to be filled up. Does not matter which one. What matters is that we fill up each field, and then we can register successfully. Email already exists. All right, let's try a different email. And there we go. And now during the login, we can use our registered email, and we type our password. Let's say I forget my password and it says here incorrect email password. I can click on forget password, and the first input validation here is to check whether my email is valid. And it says here email address does not exist. That's because this email address does not exist in the database. So that is our input validation. We have to make sure that the email exists. And let me type out my new password, and this should work. And yeah, password successfully changed. So now I can log in normally and I will be in the home page. And now I'll pass it to Yinghao to continue.
Thank you, Julian. I am Yinghao, and now I'm going to demonstrate on how we scan QR code and to check on the check-in history, as well as how we use Retrofit 2 API to import news in real time. So first of all, I'm going to show our news, the real-time news by using Retrofit 2 API. So here we use Retrofit 2 API to get the infos of the news with its URL as well as the image for the headline news and the date as well. So here we can see like there's several news here, and we can click on read more here to read on like today's news, and there's like a few news here we can read on, and we can actually click on here to read like a introduction part, and you can click on read full news to go to the URL to read on the news. So let's go back here. And other than clicking on the read more button, we can actually click on the arrow button here to read like all news here also. So that's all for the read news part. And now I'm going to talk about how can we check in by scanning QR code as well as read the check-in history. So by clicking on the middle icon here, which is scan QR code, and we'll scan on QR code. And now after scanning QR code, we'll get the information like the place we check into, the user name that check-ins, the user's risk level, and the time of check-in as well as the date of check-in. So after this, we can click on done. And now we are successfully checked in. To check on the check-in history, we can click on the check-in history button here. And here we will see like a list of previous check-in history as well as the check-in place just now. So here we see the check-in location name, the check-in time, as well as the check-in date. And this wraps up my demonstration. Now I'm going to pass to Anand to continue the demonstration.
Thank you, Yinghao. My name is Anand Madhavan, and right now I'll be showing you the info screen of our application. We decided to focus on showing three main things that every user should know. The first of which being zone color. User clicks on it, you can see a detailed description of what each zone color means. Secondly, we have a detailed description of COVID-19 symptoms. And lastly, we have a frequently asked questions page about our application. Moving on to the statistics screen, you can see that there's COVID-19 statistics for Malaysia as well as COVID-19 statistics across the world. Poly was used to obtain these statistics from their respective URLs. So right now you can see a detailed timeline of COVID-19 cases in Malaysia, as well as a timeline of COVID-19 cases divided into states. For the global statistics, it shows a live feed of cases from across the world. Moving on to the profile page, we can see user details displayed here as they were retrieved from the room database. One of the options, users can choose to update their profile details. Right now, all they can update is their address. So let's see what happens when we update it. So if I go back to the profile page, you can see here that the address has been updated. Next, users can change their passwords by entering their old passwords and then entering a new one. So it's been successfully updated. And the final option is to log out, returning into the login screen. So now we can test whether the password has actually been changed. And it has, because it has let me in. So that shows all the features of our application, and this concludes our presentation. Thank you.
Okay, good. Done, right? Done, right?
Yeah.
Okay, your backend is mainly actually it's Firebase, right? Your backend.
No, for both the user profile and the location history, we both use Room database.
Okay. Okay. And then history use Room database, profile use Room database, login, logout, authentication.
Yeah, also anything like we created a room database from the registration. It inserted all the details, and then the login page checked via that room
Okay.
database.
Can. Okay, what about the statistics?
Statistics, we use a volley to obtain the stats
Okay.
from a URL.
Okay, what about just now I saw in your statistics you have a chart. That chart is a live chart or just an image?
The ones in Malaysia are for a set time period only. The ones in the global statistics are live feed, like the live data.
Okay, how do you display it? Using a web view or what?
It's with the iframe.
iframe or use iframe. Okay, good.
Yep.
Okay. Any feature that you think is a standout feature that is quite challenging that you actually achieve it throughout this project?
I would say that all the features that we put in were the ones that we felt we had enough time to do it, because there were some that we had to let go or like we had to compromise. So I would say that most of our features here are the ones that we could manage.
Okay,
There
the
was
one that you let go, can you mention
one was we had a function where users could navigate to like the nearest hospital that require a map API. We couldn't manage to get a proper one, so we had to leave it. So that was like one of the examples.
Okay, all right. Okay, good. Actually, quite complete. Just that maybe certain feature, the map, you don't have to implement. Okay, all right. Thank you. Okay, that's all for your group.
Thank
all
you,
right.
sir.
Group. Okay, a long afternoon. Next group will be the chipmunks. Chipmunks. Alvin, Jia Xuan, and Yu Wei. Okay, chipmunks. You can get ready, and then once you are ready, you can start. Are you there? Are you here? Hey, Alvin.
Yeah, we are here.
Okay, get ready lah. Okay. All right. Okay, I can see you. I can see you. Right.
Sir, can you see my screen?
Are you playing video?
Yeah.
Okay, you try to play. See whether I hear the computer sound.
Good afternoon, sir. My name is Qing Jiaxuan, and here are my teammates, Alvin Yo and Anyu. So this is our app, My Covitera. In this app, you can, if you are logging to the system the first time, you can first register for a new account. And if you are an existing user, you can sign in to your account. So in this case, I'm going to register a new account. So you are required to enter all of your required details to register for a new account. So after you input all the required details, you can click on this button to sign up for a new account. So after this, you will be redirected back to our homepage. So in our application, we consist of 4 main fragments, which are home fragments, statistic fragments, trace fragments, and profile fragments. So in the profile fragments, you can have a brief introduction of your personal details, your risk status, and also your vaccine status. So if you want to update your personal details, you can click this button and change on your phone number or anything else. So for example, I change on the phone number, and then I click on this update profile, and yeah, you can see that my phone number had been updated. Then back to the home fragments, you can see that our application consists of 8 main services and a Things to Do slider, where you can click on the slider to view some information about the things that you need to do during this pandemic. And then here are the announcements, where you can click on this read more button to read whole website. And you can also like it, and the views of this announcement will be counted and displayed here. And now I'll pass to my teammates to continue with further information.
不行啊，这样子继续吧。我觉得你 stop 掉啊，等你 edit 的时候，stop 掉。So I am Melvinio, and I'm going to continue with the risk status, where the user can click on the symptom that they have exhibited and also answer the questions regarding to COVID exposure. So if I press on like this and I press submit, and it will reflect that you are at high risk for COVID exposure. And then if you look back at the current COVID status, vaccination status, you can see that we don't have anything. So if I want to apply for vaccine, I can go here, click on applying vaccine, and then interested in taking COVID-19 vaccine, enter the details like location, date, and also this. And then if I click on submit, it will have come to this page. So basically is that when I click on confirm, it will assume that I have taken the vaccination, and then the vaccine one is completed as shown over here. We have updated our vaccination status. So we also have self-report, where the user can report on the status of the test kit. For example, if I press on a positive case, then we can show over here, display the cases, and then we press on submit, it will also update the risk status as well. Now you are positive for COVID-19. So as this is the hotspot, oh no, where the current we can see that there has been 3 reported cases of COVID-19 within a 500 radius. And then we also have hotline, which is for emergency call. And then we also have SOP guideline, which can detail the current SOP guideline in Malaysia, and SOP violation, where user can report for any violation that they have seen outside. They can enter a title, date, time, description, and also evidence, which will be uploaded to the database upon submission. So, and then finally the frequently asked question, where the user can know the details of the MyCovidTera application. So I'm going to pass it to UV to talk about the other functions in our application.
So I'm UV. So now I will continue to talk about the rest pages. Okay, so for these statistic fragments, so in this statistic fragment, it will show the new today's new cases and recovery, and all of these data is fetched from a real API. So this as per this is the current latest new cases for today's, and so and for here is the graph for the total cases of in Malaysia, include the daily cases and also the total cases. And now for this is the case per person, so it can indicate how many cases are there. And for this total death, so for currently the COVID has 35,792 cases and at 5 today. So that's all from these statistic pages. So now I will test on this present on these check-in pages. So as per now, we have no check-in history in the list because we doesn't scan in the QR code yet. So now let's try to scan it. So by clicking on these check-ins. So for after the QR code has been scanned, then it will show here that the status for the check-in such as successful, and then the some of the user details, and then the location of which they sign in, and also the time. And after that, we can go back to return, and then if we view in this check-in history, then the Xiamen University Malaysia will be shown here. Now for the because we are currently positive for COVID user, so if we go back to this hotspot, since we check into Xiamen University Malaysia, then you can see that here has been updated as with their total currently have 4 cases because we check into the Xiamen University Malaysia. So after that, in this view, check-in history we can also check out, and if you check out, then it will record the current time and then show the checkout. And that's pretty much for here. And after that, in here, lastly, we can also log out or delete the account. And for demonstration purpose, let's try to delete the account. And then yeah, that's all for our demonstration on My COVID Terra applications. Thank you.
Right, thank you. So delete the account, the one is just for demo purpose, right? In the real app, I don't think you should allow people to delete account. Okay, never mind. Just now this system, the backend is supported by Firebase, right?
Yes.
Is it? What do
Yeah,
you
yeah,
do
yeah.
for the implementation?
Yeah, so the backend is for using Firebase, and for the statistic page is connected to REST API using the retrofit.
Retrofit, okay.
And then yeah, most of the other things are connected to the Firebase.
Okay. So I like your UI, very interactive. Just now the slider, the one, is it hard to do? The slider that you can actually come to the front.
To
This
do slider.
dynamic slider, right?
Yeah.
Slide it. Okay. So what about this announcement? You can like it and then so on. It's supported by API. Is it the announcement?
It is stored to the Firebase on the current user ID.
Oh, okay. So you implement it yourself, huh? The light and so on, huh?
Yeah,
So the announcement is actually not from any news API, the announcement. So you create your own news.
Yeah.
Your own news, okay, good. Everything is on your own, right? So other than the statistics, right? So
Yes.
everything, okay, good. Right, I think I don't have any other question. So I think thank you very much. Right, next group.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you. The defenders, Guo Lishan, Wang Zixuan, defenders, the defenders.
Okay, sir, can you see the screen?
Yeah, can. You can.
The sound okay? We are COVID.
Can. It's record, right? Recording, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
COVID Defender, this is the login page. So for login, you need to fill in the email address and also password. Sorry?
I can hear. It's a video or you present live? Video, right?
Video.
Okay, you present. You can start now.
Okay. Okay, we are COVID Defender. This is the login page. So for login, you need to fill in the email address and also password. So if you have not registered before, it will show error. And for the password, you need to be more than 6 characters, else it will show error. Okay, so invalid account, I need to go to sign up first. Okay, it will verify. After verify, you need to fill in all the details. I'll just simply fill in as this is just demo, and need to select the birth date via the calendar. Okay, next page. So need to fill in the address also. The postcode only limited to 5 digits and choose a state. And need to create our own password. So for demo, I'll just create a simple one. And for the confirm password, they need to be the same. So if everything is okay, then we can go back to the login page. So we will use the account register just now to log in. So we can press this to show or unshow the data. Okay, invalid email format. So if the user exists, then it will show sign in successfully and navigate user to this page. So this is the home. And the statistics, we obtain data using API. And this is the COVID information, latest announcement, and things to know and things to do, the tab layout. So for the self-test, these are some instruction to teach the user how to do self-test, and there's a timer if you for 15 minutes to wait the result. So the button is not clickable until you stop the timer. So click next. So they need to upload their test result, fill in everything. So if positive, okay, I'll just fill in some random values and submit. So if the submit is successful, it will return back to the home page. Then next is the navigation drawer.
And here is the navigation drawer. We can also edit our profile.
So for edit profile, we can edit our personal details. They will retrieve the name and password then, and those cannot be edited. Only the email can be edited. So let's say I change to 1220. So when I click save, it will update the profile. And I can change my password. So the previous password is 123456. So I want to change to 1. Whole 1234. So it will also show if the password reset successful. Next is the setting, is a notification setting. We can allow or disable the notification. And lastly, logout.
So for the home fragment, we have some card view for the COVID status. As you can see, we have the current status of the person and the location and risk and high risk dependent. And here we have generate the QR code. If we scan the QR code with a QR scanner, we will fetch the data of the COVID status. As you can see like this, with the name and the COVID status. And we can refresh the time, the update the COVID status. And for the health risk assessment, the user will go through a list.
Sorry, the video is disappeared just now, right?
It's okay, it's okay. Continue. Can see already.
Okay.
List of question. If the number of yes is more than no, the COVID status will be updated to high risk, as you can see that. And for the hotspot will show the current location of the user, and it will also show some markers about the nearby confirmed cases and the statistics of the confirmed cases, recovered cases, and dead cases. And for the check-in, we can press this or go into the check-in fragment and press check-in. And we can scan the QR code. And as you can see that we successfully check-in in the Lakefront Cafe. And let's proceed to the check-in. We can also check out here, but if you want to check out, see all the history, you can also check out here. And if you click the check out here, it will go to this pass, check-in pass, and we can check out here. And we successfully check out at this time. And let's go back to the home. We can also view the vaccination status, which is fully vaccinated, and the digital certificate about the information of dose 1 and dose 2. And we can also view the appointment. Here are some vaccination information about the vaccine. And since we already registered, we will go to the view appointment. And here is all the timeline of our appointment. And let's go back to the home page. We have also some latest announcement which will lead us to the browser. So that's all from us. Thank you. 你停一下then. 你那个什么那边有一个问题，中文很好。
哎，讲华语啦。Okay, all right. Okay, good, good. The video you also submit later, huh? I just wonder your check in, check out, and so on. You are implementing it using Firebase, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you control the status check in, check out in Firebase,
Yes.
And then just now, can you go to the screen again with the video? Just now I forgot already what I want to ask. Suddenly I forget. You show the screen again. Just now the video. Very interactive. Your app. Other than that, let me see. The hotspot map. The marker. You say you can find the nearest people who are infected. So that one, how do you implement?
Actually, we just save some longitude and latitude data in the Firebase and retrieve for it.
Okay, and
so
then
it's actually like mock.
Yeah, mock can. I just want to know how you do it. So you get the mock location and then you plot it on the.
Not mock. Actually, we just manually insert it in Firebase.
Yeah, you manually insert, but when you plot on the graph, the chart, the map, the one you read the Firebase location,
yes.
Right? Then you plot. Okay, good. Right. I think actually okay lah. Nothing much. Right. So the all these are risk assessment and the data. How do you store? Actually in Firebase also, right?
Yes. I will store the answer of each user in the Firebase.
Okay. Okay. So if someone has already answered it, next time they come in, can they retrieve the previous assessment risk?
Actually, we didn't implement any function for retrieving the answer.
Just store into it and then get the current value as
Yes.
series or lorry, something like that.
Yes.
Okay, good. All right. Okay, thank you. That's all for me. Thank you. Okay, next.
Thank you.
Next group, Tomcat. Tomcat. 清根 Xu Jiaxing, Yang Yueming. Tomcat.
Yes, sir. Can you hear my voice?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you.
I'm going to share my screen now.
Yes. Are you presenting live or video?
Video.
Okay, you play first and then let me hear whether I can hear or not.
So can you see the screen?
Yeah.
Hello,
Yes.
everyone. Today is our group.
Okay.
You can start. Good to go on.
Hello, everyone. Today is our group demo. The topic is about our group project. So my name is Yang Yueming and my team members are Xu Jiaxing and Qin Geng. So now it's Qin Geng to operate the mobile phone. Next, let me first demo about the application. So when we first use the apps, we need to first register for an account. Just click on the register button in the login layout. Then it will pop up a register layout for the users to register for an account. Then the users need to fill in all the information here, such as username for Tom, and then password 123, such as. Re-enter it. And the user should input the email address and the phone number also. Then, after filling all the information, he just need to click a confirm button, and it will pop up that the register is successfully. Then the user need to input the username Tom and the correct password 123. And also he can choose to remember the username and remember the password to save the data entered. Then he need to log into the system by clicking the button. We also have a sidebar at the left side, so we can click on the logout button to exit the current account. So after successful login, we can click on the news button at the bottom navigation bar, and it will jump to the news page as we can see. In the top here is a tab layout, includes things to know and things to do. The first layout of the news is about basic introduction about the COVID-19. The users can learn some knowledge about the COVID-19 on this layout. Then we can also click on the things to do button at the top. It will change to another layout. It is mainly about how to deal with the COVID-19. The users can get some tips on how to deal with it. Then we can also click on the profile button on jump to the profile page layout. Here shows all the information detailed about the users such as username, Tom, age, gender, contact number, and also the email address. Also, there is an image of the user. So next, welcome my team member to continue the demo.
Okay, thanks, Yang Yueming. So my name is Qinggen. Now I would like to have a demonstration about the homepage. So in the homepage, the first card will display the username, which is Tom, and also there is a health QR code. If the health QR code is green, it means that the user is in a good state. And the next card display the increased COVID-19 cases today. So the number is 231. And the chart display the number of the recovered cases and the confirmed cases today. And the next card display the personal information of the user. So the name is the Tom and the phone is 123456, and also the gender is male. And next, we can view the history check-in by click this button. And now we can see there is only one record, which is in the XNUN Campus Cafe. And for the scan QR code functionality, the user need to scan the QR code like this way by click this floating action button. So now we can scan the fake QR code. Now the QR code is scanned successfully. So we can view there is a new record, which is in the London and the date is today. And next, the user can also see the COVID-19 frequent Q&A questions. And by click this button, and there are some frequently asked questions and also their answers. By click the next button, the user can view different questions and the answers. Next, I'd like my team member Xu Jiaxin to continue the demonstration.
Hello lecture. Thanks for Qinggen. I'm Xu Jiaxin. Next, I'd like to brief you on whether you are infected with COVID-19. In the second module of the navigation bar is a function of self-ratings. Where click the query and then click the start to start the self-rating. There are 4 questions. The users can select yes or no based on their actual situations. After you have answered all the questions, the system will automatically analyze your answers, give the final result. There are 2 outcomes. One is a systematically analysis of your likelihood of having COVID-19 is very low. The other is the opposite. The systematically analysis of the likelihood that you will have COVID-19 is very high. We can see the first questions. Are you weak and tired on the fourth? We can select the yes. Next questions. Are you have headache with a fever? We can select the yes. And for the have you lost your sense of taste and you have no appetite? We can select the answer yes. And for the final questions, do you have symptoms of diarrhea? We can select the answer yes. Based on the answers just now, the system analyzes that I have a highly probabilities of COVID-19. Let me show you another result. We can start the quiz again. We can see another result within the select all the questions with no. And we select no, next, no, next. The systematic analysis of the probabilities that I have COVID-19 is very low. That's all about our project. Thanks for listening.
All right, thank you. Very good. So your backend implementation, what do you use to store your data?
We use the SQLite to store the data.
Okay, everything, including your username, password, all the authentication, right?
For the check-in history, we use the room data to store.
Room data. So room SQLite. So you have different implementation of room SQLite in your project, right? So some you use SQLite Open Helper, some you use room, right?
Yes.
Okay. Why do you do that?
Because we are already familiar with the SQLite, so we want to try something new.
Okay. So the room you use it for check-in history, right? Check-in history.
Yes.
Okay. So the Q&A, question and answer, do you store it into database, the result?
Actually, we just write it into the hard code.
Okay. Then you use the code value then to show whether it's low risk or high risk.
Yes.
Correct? Okay. So any of the feature that you think is the most challenging, that you think you have done it well, you have achieved it in this semester, the most important feature?
The most important feature, I think, is the history, the check-in history.
Okay. Okay. So into the room database, huh? Okay. Right. Okay, that's all I think from me. Right. Thank you very much. Right. See
Thank
you
you, sir.
again the future semester.
Thank you.
Okay. Next group, Trace COVID. Trace COVID. Bei Wei Chong, Chan Si Hun, and Teo Ying Ying. Right. You can get ready. Once you are ready, then we can start. Yeah, you can play. Okay, let me check whether I can hear or not.
Alright, so this is the sign up function for our application. So first you put in a valid phone number, in this case it is mine, and then you press the request OTP code under the enter OTP code. So you'll get your OTP if you have a valid phone number, and then you're moving to filling in the details of your account. So in the username, your email, in this case this is my personal email, and then you can choose your nationality, in which case we will be using Malaysia, and your IC number or passport number, right? So next you can select the state that you're currently living in this case I put Selangor, and then my own password, which has to have a minimum of 8 characters, right? Then you can see the password over here if you have to check it, and then confirm your password. Right, so then you can press the sign up button. If all of the information is correct, you can go to the login page, and then you can log into your account based on the email and password that you have used to register earlier.
Well, let me show you the functions implemented in the homepage. Firstly, we can view the today national statistic through many different graphs. We also can view international statistic. Before I demo the risk assessment, my current risk status is low risk, no symptom. So now I try to answer it. The first two questions are related to your symptom status. If you answer yes for any of them, the symptom status will become with symptom. The other following questions are for testing whether you are low, medium, or high risk. It depends on how was your answer. Let's try to submit one. I answer yes for question 1 and 3, the rest are no. You can see my current risk status now become medium risk with symptom. We also can view the frequently asked questions. Next is the COVID-19 info page. We can view some info about things to know as well as things to do. For the things to do page, we can click on the image. If we want to get more details about this program, then we will be directed to a program info web page. The last is submit our self-testing report. Let's pretend I did the test at a private hospital, then select a date in the future and pretend I get the positive testing result. I cannot submit successfully because I did not fill all the questions. Now the reason is because I did not fill a valid date, so I changed to 6th of July. Now let's go to check my current risk status. It shows that I'm now positive. That's all for homepage function. Thank you.
So now I'll talk about the check-in functions. Check-in page contains profile pictures, username, IC numbers, COVID-19 risk status, recent history that will show 5 most recent locations that the user checked in. And so check-in buttons and check-in history buttons that will navigate the user to the complete list of the check-in history. So for a newly signed registered users, the risk status is not initialized. So the no status and no symptoms will be shown here, and the COVID-19 risk status bar will be in black color. So when you click on check-in, the app will tell the user to go to the homepage to do the risk assessment. After completing the risk assessment by answering no for all questions, the COVID-19 risk status is updated to low risk and no symptoms. So now the user is able to check in by clicking on this.
So you navigate to the QR code scan and asking for the camera permission. So in this case, we click on while using the app, allowing the camera permissions. Now, and scan. As you can see, there are check-in, Xiamen University Malaysia. As you can see, there are one check-in history added to the recent history. So now I will navigate to the check-in history page. As you can see, there are two buttons. This is the first one last week, which shown the locations that check in within 7 days, and also all history, which show all the records contents in the database. The last two check-in history is actually the oldest one, and this is out of the range of weeks. As you can see in last week, you can't see these two records, and this all for the check-in.
Okay, so here we have the hotspot tracker for our application. So because we're using emulator, we set the current location to be at Xiamen University in Malaysia. And let's say we want to check the active cases in a certain state, we can come to the select state here and go through all of the states that are available here. For instance, you want to check Kuala Lumpur, you click Kuala Lumpur, and then you can press search. Then it will show you the number of cases that are in Kuala Lumpur. Right? Then if you want to change to another state, let's say we have to go to Perak, click Perak, and then press search. Right? And then it will show in Perak. Right. So it's all for the hotspot tracker. Okay, so this is the profile page of our application. As you can see, there's the username, information about the phone number, IC number, your nationality, and your state. So let's say you want to change your information. You can come to the settings bar and click the edit profile. First, you can change your name. Right. Set your nationality to a different one if you pressed it wrong. So maybe you can put from Indonesia. The residential state, maybe you move to the state. You can put Kuala Lumpur. You can save. You can see your name has changed, the nationality and your state has also changed. And if you want to change your profile picture, you can come back here and click the upload profile picture. Since we're using an emulator, this time we'll be using the Google Drive. Right, so this is just an example. Right. So once it's finished loading, right, you can press the done button and then it will update the picture. Right.
So if the user want to change their user password, they have to click on profile setting, then click on the second options, change password. So there are three edit text: current password, new password, and also confirm new password. In this case, current password is required for the re-authentications, as the change password is considered a sensitive action. So let's say I enter correct password 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then intentionally enter a 9. Okay, then enter new password, and enter again. As you can see, entering the same password for 3 field, and then click on change password. As you can see, the re-authentication field as the current password is wrong. So now I correct it back, and then change. You can see the re-authentication is successfully, and the password change is successfully. And the profile setting tree, the third option is to see our company info. The company info shown. And then the last option is to log out. After clicking it, the account will be logged out. And that is all for our presentation.
Okay, very good. Wow, how much time you spend to do the video? Yes. I think this one need editing, right? Special editing, right? Hey, hello. No one answer me. Hello.
She's having some trouble opening her mic, sorry.
Okay.
Okay, we roughly talk about 2 days to get all of this done, including recording and then all the editing. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I know the extra effort put in. Okay. Your back end will be mostly Firebase, right? From
Yeah,
what
it's all Firebase.
All Firebase. Even the statistics.
Statistics was maybe we can answer on that.
Okay. So any feature that you didn't manage to complete, the one that you planned for?
No features were missed out, I believe. Yeah.
Do you have any? Just I saw hotspot, right? Your app.
Yeah.
Can you go to that hotspot part? Yeah, this one is like, do you have? Okay, the hotspot data you store in Firebase.
Yeah.
Okay, can you show again? Okay, let's see. So it's just you showing some value, but the map itself, you didn't plot something on the map, right?
No, the map will directly search based on the state that you find. Yeah. So like you search Perak, the map will go to the Perak state.
So the 900 reported
The
cases.
100 reported cases are the values in Firebase, but the map will search the
okay,
in
the map
Google Maps by itself.
Refresh with the current state that you actually search for. Okay.
Yeah.
I think that's all. That's all right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay, next group, WEP. Lo Wei Ling, Pang Wei Rong, and Eric Tan. Right, WEP.
Can you see the screen?
No, nothing. Dark screen, black. Oh, yeah, okay, got it. So you can play first, see whether I can hear or not. You share with your computer sound.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't hear anything from the video. Do you have any sound in the video?
Yes.
You play again. Let's see whether I can. No sound. When you share again, share screen, there is a toggle button or something like that for you to enable sharing with computer sound. Include computer sound when you share.
Good day, sir.
Yeah,
My name is Song Rong, and my groupmate will be Lo Wei Lin and Eric Tan. So starting with the introduction of the application, it will be right here, and then press next, it will be the login. If you are a new user, you can simply register by clicking on the image right here. So you enter your details like my name and your email, your IC, which will be your user ID, your date of birth, your address, university, state will be Selangor, and your phone number and your password. So for password and email, you can't simply just enter an invalid password. You must enter a strong password like containing letter, symbol, and number. If you enter just a normal password and press register, you say password is too weak and the email address is invalid. So you must enter a very valid email. So right here. And then the password. All right, and click on this and press on register. So we have successfully been registered and log in by using your IC. And the password will be like this, and press on login. So here will be the home page. As you can see right here, here will be things to know and things to do. So for now, there's nothing to do, and things to know will just be some normal information. And when you press on vaccine, you can actually schedule vaccine, look at vaccine status and vaccine information. So vaccine information simply just presenting the vaccine available in the market, like Sinovac, AZ, and Pfizer. So for scheduled vaccine, you can enter your name, IC, and date the date that you want to get vaccinated. So for example, and the location, like now I'm at Selangor and I'll enter Selangor and press on schedule. It will say submitted. And when you see, when you look at your vaccine status, it will actually update to the latest date that you will get vaccinated. So just now I have entered April 12th, and the vaccine location will be Selangor. And then for another one, as you can see right here, the status will be now for now. If you take a self-assessment, like you take 2 yes and 2 no, and press on submitted, it will show your risk status will be medium. But then if you click on 3 yes and 1 no, it will actually show high. And then this will be the FAQ of the application and some other things that will be presented just later. So now I would like to pass to Eric to continue.
Thank you, Aaron. Now I'm going to talk about the statistic and also the checking function. So for the statistics, it will showcase the active cases, new cases, and also the total recovered cases. The value is gathered from the Retrofit API, and then at the bottom of the page, we show two tabs, one global and one test. These two tabs are meant to showcase the bar chart because the purpose of implementing the bar chart is not shown yet. And for the checking, you will display the username and also the status physical. So when the user press the check-in, it will direct to the camera and then scan the QR code. The user can check their history, checking history by tracing the check history, and you can see that there's 5, and then the one is the 7 unicity measure. And that's all for me. I'll pass to Wei Lin to continue.
Okay, thank you, Eric. So now I'll talk about the game. So in this application, we'll also implement the mini game for attract the user to use the application. So here currently got 2 games. So I will demonstrate the quiz class. So here will be the instruction for the game. So when user start the game, you show the selection 4 selections. So when user click on the correct answer, will pop up the congratulations. So when if the user click on the wrong answer, will be the oops. So after completing all the questions, so a congratulation will be pop up to congratulate. So after that, user can try again or exit the game. So after exit the game, user can come to this My Reward to change for the voucher that using the point that they gain from the game. So the current point is 550, so they can claim on the 200 point. So the redemption also will be left. So if the redemption is become 0, the user cannot claim anymore. So if the current point is lower than the voucher point, so they also cannot be claim the point. So here is the expired for the voucher. So last is the profile. So here will show all the profile that the user. So here is the setting. So user can update their user details. So like maybe they update their phone number. So after save, the data will be update successful. So here also have the language. So currently only support for the English. So when user click on the Chinese, will not support the current version. So here is the about. So this is all the information on our application. So the last is the dark mode. So when user open the dark mode, the application will change to white color text and the background. So that's all. Now it's logged out. So that's all for our presentation. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Who did the mini game actually?
Me and Mei.
Okay, how do you actually what is your backend implementation using what, Room database or Firebase or what?
SQLite.
SQLite meaning Room lah, database lah, database SQLite local. So you don't have remote database, huh? All are local, huh? You store everything.
For the login is Fire database.
Oh, so your combination, login is
combination of
Firebase, and then the game, and then the other data that you store, like the what is that, the statistics, where do you pull the data from?
Retrofit API.
Oh, so it's another external API lah. Retrofit. And then what about your just now the assessment risk, the low risk, high risk, the one? Or something?
Access from the Firebase.
Firebase also, huh? You okay, good. Okay, I think not much that I want to ask anymore. Okay, thank you very much. Right, thank you. Thank you. The mini game actually very creative lah. They want no other team actually do that. Okay, thank you. Okay, mini game. Thank you very much. Okay, next group. YCH. Qing Ying Yi, So Ming Han, and also Yap Chi Hao. YCH, and last group. Get ready, Yumi. You'll be after that. Okay. YCH first.
Sir, can you see my screen?
Can.
Right.
Hi, I'm Mingham. So now I will start to introduce our application. So this is our login page. I will go forward to the register sign up button to go to the register and do account with my own phone number. So this is my phone number. So after done filling the information, just click the done button. Then you can go to the OTP activity. So the OTP activity will ask you to open a link, which is our Firebase API to verify you are a bot or not. So after verifying you are a person, then you will receive a OTP sent by the Firebase. So my code is 528 and 279. So you can click the resend OTP if the OTP code is timeout or invalid after 1 minute. Then I will click the confirm button to finish the registration. So after finish, then it will fetch us the login page. I will log in with the registered account and the password. So this is our home page of our application. So I will go to the profile section to this icon at the top to go to the edit profile page. So I will edit like simple, maybe changing my gender to female. So you can see it have a successfully edited profile. So you can click again to see the database is updated or not. So after that is the QR code. So I will start to scan the QR code. So this is my prepare QR code. So after scan, it will say that the vaccine is added. So after refreshing, so you can see the new dose will be added from into the database and fetch to the profile page. So after that is the health risk assessment. It is inside the info fragment. So you can click the green button start now to start the health risk assessment. Before that, I will show the status of my account is low risk and low symptom at the top section. So I will go to update my health risk assessment. So click in, it will fetch the question from the room database. So I will click all yes to make sure that it will have significant changes. So after submit, it will update the status here. So you can see it has high risk and high symptom of my current account. So lastly is the logout button. So you can click the logout button to clear the session and go to the home page.
Hi sir, my name is Chiao. In this video, I will demonstrate the Information Center module and admin module of our application. Now let me go to the Information Center by pressing on this navigation icon. And then the first page that we will arrive is the health awareness page. At the beginning, the user can do the health assessment by pressing on this Start Now button. And besides that, the user can also view the COVID-19 prevention tips as well as the COVID-19 most common symptoms. So if the user would like to get more information, they can also press on these two learn more button, and then the user will be directed to the web page to get more information. Next, the user can also go to the statistic view page